What is a good amount of money to spend on a first date? A lot of girls feel like I gotta spend a minimum $300 to be with them. I'm like,
300 what?
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
To be honest with you, a lot of men need to be more submissive.
Nigga, please.
How long are you willing to wait for him to put a ring on it? How long is too long?
What do you mean by that?
White, Asian, Latina, whoever, who date black men, they be taking y'all on dates?
What are you talking about?
You're done.
what is a good amount of money to spend on a first date? A lot of girls feel like I gotta spend a minimum $300 to be with them. I'm like,
300 what?
$300.
American dollars?
Dollars.
Please. On who? On the first date?
Yo, Chad.
For what?
You're considered a high value man. So ladies, this is for,
High value?
this, you got money?
I think high value is based on stream of income, revenue, but I am extremely cheap and financially conscious, so I don't consider myself a high value man.
And you have a lot of money.
Yes. Yes, and I'm gonna save it, which is why a $300 date ain't never happening. Because what am I paying for actually? If I'm at wit's end and I need help and I'm with you and you need a $300 date, can she save me? Can she help me? Is she an asset or is she a liability? Because anybody need a $300 date off rip is nothing but a liability.
Wow.
I mean, it is. Let's call a spade a spade.
I'm with you.
The women that want $300 dates, there are men out there that are going to continue to take them on them. That's why the women can always say, I'm not doing nothing but $300 a date. Because there are men that will spend $300 to reach their end goal. We know what the end goal is.
You just make sure you're not the guy out there spending $300 on the date. That's a sign that she truly do not like you and she's making you pay for her time. Like he said, I have money, but I am cheap. This is how you maintain wealth, is by not spending it trying to impress other people.
What did you just tell me?
I said no one's gonna want to marry a girl that gets drunk every Friday.
Who get drunk every Friday?
You!
One thing about children, they speak the truth. Adults teach children how to lie. Even she knows a man doesn't want a woman for the streets. The only problem is we can't teach women that because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's good this young lady learned at a young age.
Is submissive behavior required from a woman to live a soft life?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
My dog.
Absolutely not.
Good. I'm glad you said that.
The submission word is being thrown around a little too frequently by every man.
Uh-huh.
It don't have the same meaning no more.
Preach.
To be honest with you, a lot of men need to be more submissive.
Woo! Say it again. Look at the camera.
Our men, y'all need to learn
That's
how to
old school, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Very
a
much
lot of
so.
men talk about, oh, women don't submit. They don't know how to be quiet. A woman is who you make them.
A woman is going to be what you make her, which is why you should not submit to a woman. Why? It's not her natural nature to respect anything that submits to her. Even masculine women want a man that outmasculate them in order for them to be in love. This guy has been hanging around his aunties, his grandmas, his little cousins, and his sisters too long. And they're telling him, hey, you're a good guy. At any given moment, a nice girl is going to walk into your life. He's still young. He still believes this girl is going to come while he keeps having bad luck with the other women. So he talks like this to impress older black women. But when you stop and look at it, black women have a curse. What's that? They'd rather have a baby with the wrong guy and then they'd rather run over the good guy. What's the point of submitting to them at all? Let's make it make sense for real.
How long are you willing to wait for him to put a ring on it? How long is too long?
If it's something that you guys are taking time to develop, you guys are taking the time to get to know each other and stuff like that, and really make sure that's the person you want for the rest of your life, I wouldn't go past 5 years.
5
For me,
years?
I think 5 years is a reasonable, yeah, because you have to grow with somebody and really learn them.
Okay. She's saying 5. That sounded a little long to me. That's giving long as I got.
I have this thing, right? I do agree with 5 years because I think it takes a full 5 to actually really get to know someone, but I also disagree. In the first year, you still kind of warming up, you still getting to know each other, but within that second year, that's when the arguments start, that's when the frustration starts, and then you have to realize, okay, is this someone that I want to continue to argue with? Is this someone that I want to continue to build with? After about year 2, for me, it's you know, if I'm not feeling it, it's a wrap.
5 years, that's a long time.
5 is a long time.
In the relationship, you already, it's 7 years in Florida, you married, right?
I think personally,
after the first year, okay, like you're getting to know each other, you're figuring it out. By year 2, y'all still rocking. You should know if it's serious or not, especially after, like, towards the end of the first year. Like, you should already know what's up. And if you're grown, like, and it's about that time, by year 2, what we got going on? Because if you ain't thinking what I'm thinking, and we ain't on the same page, we need to just keep it.
It takes 5 years to pressure test a relationship because you're going to spend the first year fronting. The second year, y'all going to be getting adjusted to each other. The third year is where you start building. Now you and her may be going to Home Depot and doing stuff around the house together. You start building things together. You start bike riding. You start going on more vacations together. Now you start to push out your friends and you or her start to become one. By year 5, you already done been around each other. You done heard each other fart. You done watch each other go through ups and downs. You watch each other go through different moods. You know how to handle her mood. She knows how to handle you. So after 5 years, when y'all get serious, you're going to mean it. In the first couple of years, you're just doing what a woman wants to do who's trying to compete with her friends. This is how you get to a quick divorce, by marrying fast. Relationships that date longer than get married typically last forever. That's just food for thought. You do the dishes. This is a smart woman because she understands that time is running out for a lot of women out here. In the environment that we live in now, when you get the guy that you want, you better ask him, because men are really not trying to marry unless they know that it's real. The only way he's going to know it's real is if you ask.
So my parents are quite traditional, but my mum said to me that when they were dating, she said most of the time that she paid. And I said, why? And she goes, it's because your dad couldn't afford to pay to go out. Like we said, like it's expensive.
Wow. Yeah.
And then because at the time my mum was earning more than him. So my mum's like, let me help him out. I was like, so mum, did you not ever thought like leaving dad because you thought, She was like, no, actually, it's just life, it's just a real situation. Nothing wrong with helping someone out like that. I was like, okay, that's nice.
Oh, wow. I wasn't.
That's what you call the old traditional relationship, where the man and the woman liked each other for who they are, and they agreed to survive together. They agreed to be together through thick and thin. Now everything is just monetary, and it's for show for everyone else.
You know what gets me? When these podcasts have these guys telling these women that they're never going to be able to get wiped up and they're never going to be able to find the man of their dreams based on things that happened in their past. I know for me personally, I only want one person. So maybe these other little boys can't accept what has made me the strong woman I am today. But I know that my husband would be able to appreciate what I've been through because it made me who I am, literally. So I want every woman to know that your past, it doesn't matter what happened, like what situation it is, it doesn't define who you are today.
Every husband type of dude thinks the same. Like she said, but my husband will. You keep speaking from the perspective of a man reading your mind. It's not gonna work like that, ladies. The man who is fit to be a husband, you better learn to read his mind. You better learn to cater to him. When women start talking about relationship, it's always what a man's supposed to do, what a man's gonna do, what a man's gonna do to get me. And they find themselves with a simp fulfilling those roles of doing that, but she don't like him the whole time. A real man's gonna look at this woman and be like, this is clown shit. That's not even your real hair. And you think that you're better. The broke women in the hood have the biggest egos.
The white women and all the other races, white, Asian, Latina, whoever, who date black men, they be taking y'all on dates. They be taking y'all out. They be whining and dining y'all. You be getting presents and stuff. Or black men, you be doing that? Because it has been over 2 years since I've been asked on a date and actually taken on the date. Typically, guys will just come in my DM and be like, I would love to take you out. And I'll be like, me? And I get so excited. And then, like, literally, they ghost me. I'm like, wait, what? So I feel like at least once a month, I make a video like this where I'm like, guys, why do these guys keep flaking on me? I've been making videos like this since literally 2 years ago. It's sad, though, because it's actually been 2 years since I've been on a date with another black man who is not a convict and doesn't have 10 kids. So I'm just wondering, like, y'all be taking the other races out, or is that something that you just don't do? Or do you go on dates like sometimes, or not at all? Or do you find women who don't care for dates either. Is that the compatibility thing? Like, real talk, I'm just wondering. And then the women, are you cool with that? Like, y'all just be coming to the crib, rolling up? Or is that like what they be saying to us? I'm just trying to figure out where the disconnect is.
I think you have a problem with your circle, sweetheart. See, those type of dudes that you're waiting to approach you, they have so many options now, they don't have to take you out. Now, if you have all these guys asking to take you out, how come you're not the one saying, hey, let's take me out? A man's not going to say, hey, I want to take you out. I want to do this, because they already know hundreds of other guys are saying the same thing. Men have become so adjusted to getting rejected from women that a lot of these guys would rather just give you the comment and then just keep it going, because they don't have time to go through your attitude. As a black woman, you guys have it bad because you have such a dominant attitude towards the world. What do I mean? Every person on the planet thinks you're too masculine. Every person on the planet think a black woman is too masculine.
Okay, so I have another question for the ladies, right? As I usually do. My question is, when did the man that you choose as your child's father become different than the man that you choose to be your husband? Because I thought they were supposed to be one and the same. Because the way y'all moving in these streets, y'all are going out here having babies by the wrong guy. And then you realize what you want in a man. So now you're ready to settle down. And so the guy that you want to be committed to may want children, but you don't want to give him any more children because you done gave the wrong men children. Like, how does that work? How does a man who is willing to commit to you not worth giving a child to because of your decisions? But y'all got to make it make sense.
And it doesn't make sense. That's the whole point of this whole red pill movement. Men are not understanding why women are skipping over the good guy to get to the bad guy to add on the baggage, and then you're running back to the good guy to save you. It's going to work in some situations, but 9 times out of 10, those type of women are going to draw in a man that they don't even like. They just be with him out of desperation and then put him through hell. And when she get tired of him, then she'll give the kitty cat to somebody else or the first baby dad.
Want to get him to be all interested in you? Get him to spend money. That's how you know that, oh yeah, he's going to be invested. And I'm not talking about little change. I'm talking about let him really do some things in your life where it's like, oh no, I spent too much money on this girl to let her go that easy. Yeah.
That's tricking. The worst thing that you could do is be in a relationship where you don't put so much money into it that you feel like you're obligated to stay in a relationship for a time period. It doesn't work that way. Men, you have to start off by spending no money and have the woman see the value in you for you being you. If you lead with money, you're going to end with money. When women start talking like this, they're only making it hard for the next woman.
Bother me. I'm trying to relax today.
Because I need a man in my life. I'm tired of being alone. I want to go places.
Mr. Ramey used to come by here, and Mr. Ramey tried to take you out, you wine you and dine you, and you weren't interested. Roderick down there got...
I don't want Roger.
I ain't say Roderick. I said Vernon.
I don't want Bo Burner.
Huh? Say what?
He old. He got wrinkles.
He got wrinkles.
Beggars can't be choosers, mama. The way you acting like you want a man, you sound like you have reached total desperation and you ain't in quite the best shape for you to be picky whenever it comes to a guy. That's the thing about a woman. She always feels like she deserves better and she gets mad when she doesn't have it, but she never says, what type of man do I really attract? The guys that are trying to, their hardest to get with you is your standards. That's what you can get. If none of these high value men are in the mix, ladies, stop fantasizing about getting one. Stop telling people that's what you want when none of them ever attracted to.
I'm divorced.
You have a kid though.
Yeah. He goes to a private school and I still pay for it by myself.
Why does he go to a private school?
Do you want to get into the educational system right now?
That's a question. What are you?
Because I care about my son's education.
Why are you the most defensive person that's ever existed on this planet? I just asked.
Well, the way that you asked it.
I asked, why does he go to a private school?
Yeah, but you asked in a tone, okay? So
I always have a tone.
Okay, well, I'm going to have a tone too. I want him to have a great education. I'm a teacher. I know what public school education system entails. I know.
What do you mean? I went to a public school.
I did too.
Is that why you can't afford your own place? Because you went to a public school?
What does that have to do with it?
You're trying to use it as an excuse like it's bad. I went to public school. I'm fine.
It is bad.
You went to... What do you mean? No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's horrendous.
It depends on the area.
Where he was born in Philly, the schools suck there too. So
How
the
much is the
crime
private
rate,
school?
it's $200 a month.
$200 a month private school? If you ask me, now that's pretty cheap. I know people that are paying $1,200, but he's right. She's very defensive whenever it comes to being the provider for her child. When people just asking why are they going to private school, she has a very aggressive attitude towards the question, which shows signs of narcissism. Typically, when it comes to a woman who's full of narcissism, she wants to speak and you not question it. When you do, they get angry.
Complain about having a six-figure man or not having a six-figure man, but then complain about what comes with sustaining, maintaining, and being in a relationship with a six-figure man. Again, a lot of you guys want a male partner, but y'all don't want masculinity. Y'all don't know how to submit into the masculine part when he is very focused and he might not be emotionally available as you like him to, and it's not going to always be comfortable. His tone may not always be the sweetest, but if he's grinding for the purpose of making you and the children and himself more self-sustainable, then why not just allow him to channel out his energy how he channels it out? Then also communicate to him how you feel, but in a way that is receptive. Don't make it as though he's just doing something wrong because he's not as emotionally available, but just say, you know, baby, I know you're handling your business and I see you, and I ain't gonna lie, I miss you. I miss you coming to bed early with me. You know, I miss us just laying next to each other watching our show, but I see what you're doing and I appreciate you and I love you. I make him grind harder. And
she's speaking facts. But another thing is, guys, a woman has to already be talking like this before you have children with her, before you start being serious with her. You shouldn't be 5 or 6 years down the road still trying to teach your woman how to be a asset to your life.